Well, more than half of deadly or serious crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists happen on arterials or busy roads that sit below freeways or motorways. That's according to the City of Spokane. The city has been awarded a Safe Street grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation to make these roads more easily accessible. The city plans on achieving that goal by spending $12 million to address safety concerns, with the grant covering $9.6 million of it. Marissa Rio is at the Maple Street Bridge now to show us what kinds of projects this will fund.
This stairway is located right next to the Maple Street Bridge. Not only can this be difficult for both pedestrians and cyclists trying to go up or down, but for someone in a wheelchair, this isn't possible to use at all. This is the type of project that grant will fund. The city says it would use the money to replace this stairway and instead create a pathway to make it more easily accessible for the community. Roads like Maple and Division don't always seem to be people-friendly. The $12 million will hopefully fix that.
So this really is to take care of those more vulnerable travelers. So people on foot, on bicycles, maybe on scooters, possibly wheelchairs, and creating more accessibility and safety for them.
It will pay for additional crosswalk markings, signal push buttons, and more. The city says it looked at data to determine where the most problems were. That's where specific projects will go.
That may be areas where they are using more public transportation, so maybe walking to bus stops, using different modes of transportation.
For example, bike lanes will be added on Broadway between West Central and Monroe, as well as 3rd Avenue east of Division to Arthur. One Spokane local says while this grant is great, more still needs to be done.
It doesn't matter if it's an arterial or a secondary street. You are at risk whenever you're outside of a car, and we need to have a much more comprehensive approach to our public safety system.
Lowe says he doesn't always feel safe when he's walking or biking with his toddler.
Kids need to be able to ride their bikes in the street, and if they can't do that, they're not getting a core aspect of their childhood that we've literally done for millennia.
As a better safety precaution, Lowe thinks something like concrete protected bike lanes should be considered. The city says it's always working to make our streets safer. Now, the timeline for those projects, the planning process should start in late 2024, and construction is expected to start later in 2025. That should last through 2027. Reporting live in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.